What is up, everybody? Drillady here, and welcome back to Samurai Jack Episodic Vlogs, episode 3 of this fantastic series. And why on earth is my computer going ding? Is that still going? I don't know. Anyway, moving right along. Episode 3, we have a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, I just wanted to apologize for the lateness of this episode. I lost my means to normally watch it, and also my lack of camera, because my camera's being an idiot right now. So, you just have my wonderful voice to keep you company while I rant about this episode in a very good way. We last picked up with Jack floating down the river from the fight with the Daughters of Aku, bloody from battle and going off the waterfall. He comes to after floating down the river for a while. A frog says, they're coming, I guess, unless I misheard that. I'm not 100% sure. He sees the green warrior behind him and then ahead of him. So I don't know what kind of psychological trauma is going through his head there. Hopefully we will see more in the future. He hides in caves and painfully pulls out the dagger. He passes out. Next scene is more of Phantom Jack, guilty about the girl he killed. Extremely creepy imagery, amazing imagery. Again, I feel like I'm just repeating the same stuff over and over, but it is very, very good. It's very atmospheric. He's bloody, and Jack is bloody and is waiting for these footsteps that are waiting for these. Jack is bloody and is waiting for footsteps to approach that he does hear. And the wolf shows up? Now, the wolf was in the second episode, fighting off the tigers, kind of like in parallel with what was going on with Jack. So is this a hallucination that he's seeing a bloody wolf? There's a flashback scene of Jack as a kid with his parents, and Jack's dad, totally taking on a whole bunch of bandits, and it is really, really cool. It's really awesome. Jack watches, and the wound stops. No, I'm getting my notes mixed up. The imagery is kind of harsh because it ends with a splash of blood being on Kid Jack's eyes, and then Jack wakes up, and the wound has stopped bleeding. Jack stitches himself together. The wolf brings food. They eat. It's a weird wolf Jack bro survivor moment thing. I'm not really sure. The night is cold. The wolf keeps Jack warm. Then the next day the wolf wanders off. There's a flashback moment of actions, reflection, very deep haiku kind of stuff. You can't hide from yourself. You are who you are. But you know what I'm talking about. The Daughters of Aku come back and drag out their dead sister from the temple that Jack blew up in the previous episode. They say death is a failure and dump the body into the river and start... no, they don't dump the body in the river. They dive into the river and start tracking Jack. They follow him down the river until they come to the woods. Weird moment with a doe and a buck, because the buck has these horns and they confuse the buck for being a minion of Aku, and they expect it to kill the doe, and it doesn't happen. They're all really weirded out. So it's a really awkward moment, to be perfectly honest. They get back on track. Jack does a cool voice thing for around them. Snow falls heavy and takes two of them down, and then all of a sudden epic fight scene, and just it gets really, really cool. He kills another one. They go combo mode to get a few hits on him, tosses one off of them, just straight up KO punches another one, and then gets in a chain fight with the last one. Happens over a log, I think, or on a cliff or something like that, and the last, and this is the last girl standing. All the other ones have been killed, and I think this last one is Ashi, based on the voice. And she's hanging at the end of this chain. Jack's just up on top, and she starts threatening him. Jack just lets her drop, and then all of a sudden the branch that he's on drops as well, and we end scene. So we have... Okay, this episode is really good. It's a lot of really cool fighting. It's a bit more martial arts impaired. Something is popping. My audio is popping, and I don't know why. Huh. Well, I apologize for that. But there's really good fighting in this scene. A good, not so much story, but more like a progression, which is always nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is by no means it's not a bad episode, but by itself, you would need to see the previous episode to get the full effect of what's going on. So I do I'm kind of breaking my mind away from the traditional Jack episode formula and getting more on board with this episodic story thing they've got going. So that was episode 3. Hopefully episode 4 will be out in a more timely manner, and we'll be able to continue this magnificent story. But until that time, everybody, this is Drill88 signing out, and I will see you in the next episode.